it's you! Come on in and join us!
Hey, y'all, we're so glad to see you today. Our soap today was sent to us by a Whiff Pack member, Eugene Wolfart, the Deacon Shaves, and he helped create this soap with Monica at Yulay based on a very special drink that they found on their favorite cruise line. And we happen to know it might have involved a basil that is not necessarily appropriate all of the time and not always on its best behavior. In fact, it might even be called a bad basil.
Bad basil.
Bad basil.
Bad basil.
Bad basil.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's so great to see you. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, do us a favor. Come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. They're a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we were lucky enough to open this last holiday season, Lifesavers, and we have it on good authority. It should be back again this year.
Yeah, y'all, based on the old Lifesavers books that we used to get in our Christmas stocking, it has all of the flavors that you'd expect. It's got your peppermint, your pineapple, and your evergreen, and your butter rum, but also hiding in here, bourbon oud rose for the shaving enthusiast, y'all. And they look like little Lifesaver rolls, and they come out in little hard pucks that look like little Lifesavers. What a fun time we had shooting that episode, and we do have it on good authority that she's going to try to recreate these again this year, so keep your eye on the Yulay site as December merrily approaches. And what is our soap today?
So we have Bad Basil, and I've seen this before on the website, but we didn't realize there was a whole story that went along with it. So of course we are super excited to actually get our noses on this.
And we didn't know that story came from one of our buddies in the Whiff Pack and his wife, so we are so happy that they're going to shoot a little section for us today. So y'all, we could not be more grateful for this little treasure. Let's meet the soap. Please welcome in our friends, the Wolfart family.
Hey, Marcus and Sarah, how you doing? It's me, your friendly neighborhood Deacon, Deacon Gene. I wanted to take a minute to tell you about that soap that you're using, the Bad Basil from Yulay. Wanted to give you a quick history about how it came to be. My wife Brenda and I like to cruise. We like to cruise a lot, and we cruise a lot on Carnival. Not trying to do a plug for them. But they've got a bar on Carnival. It's called the Alchemy Bar, and the bartenders are dressed as old-time apothecary mixers and pharmacists, and they'll mix up anything that you want. They've got a drink, which is one of Brenda's favorites, called the Restorative Basil Drop, and it's got basil, it's got lemon, lime, vodka, and a few other things in it that make it really good, and Brenda likes it. And one of the secrets behind making this drink was they take the basil and they smack it. They release the essential oils in the basil. And our two favorite bartenders, Zora and Zoran, when they do this, they put the basil in their hand and they act like they're spanking the basil. Bad basil, that sort of thing. So we got back from a trip, and you know me, the mind starts going. I thought, wouldn't this be a great shaving set? So I started thinking about it, and I got in touch with Monica over at Yulay. I said, Monica, I've got a great idea for a soap. And I sent her the ingredient list, and I said, we need to call it Bad Basil, and we really need to do something to really make the basil bad. And that was menthol. And that's how Bad Basil came to be. And I use it a lot. I think it's a pretty good seller. I know I try to recommend it as much as I can. So I recommended it to you. I know that you're using it in your show and your review today. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. Smooth shaves there, Marcus. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for shooting that, you guys, and thank you for sending us this set. We can't wait to experience this little restorative drop along with you. Let's let this thing out of the penalty box. All right, y'all. He sent it to us directly from his house. This
All
is
the way
so
from
cool.
Texas.
I know, yeah.
I wonder how far he is from Monica, because they're in Texas, too.
We
I
know
wonder.
a lot of you folks are from
We
Texas.
do.
That's so cool.
He's really good at taping.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
y'all. Here's
Let's
how
see.
he sent it. Look at
Woo,
this.
okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wonderful
it's like the
packing, my
artisan
friend.
sent it. I know. Look at this.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there it is. Look at this, y'all.
Oh, and
Ooh.
wait,
What?
we got some
Oh,
Deacon shave stickers.
you have stickers? We didn't know you had your own stickers. Oh, our shaving cabinet is going to be awesome. Now let me see.
Ooh, these are awesome.
Oh, and he's got his whole collar
The Deacon
on.
of Shaving.
I didn't
Very
know you had
official.
these.
How
This is
cool.
awesome. Thank you, buddy.
We have a new shelf going in the den, so
I
these will
know,
go
right?
right on there.
So cool.
Okay, and
What
then,
else is
you're
over
right,
there?
we do have a splash. Oh, here we go.
What? He said the splash?
He did a full set.
Oh, buddy. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Monica's splashes are awesome. You know, look at that. Let's
I
do
think
perfect
I might
basil
have read
patch.
menthol on there, too.
All right, here we go. Bad basil.
Bad basil.
Bad basil. Bad basil. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's have our first impression. Yeah, y'all, we left our Dia de los Muertos set up in honor of the Deacon shaves. All right, here we go. I think you should
You think?
take this in first because you've been eyeing this for a
It was
while.
funny. I
know.
almost got this for one of our blindfold
I know,
ones
I
to see if
remember.
you could guess, but
Right.
then I was worried the basil would have too many other things in there that it'd be too confusing. So I'm excited. I finally get to have my nose on it after all.
Okay, here we go. Take it in.
All right. Oh yes, she does her
Oh,
piping.
right,
In
the
case you
piping.
didn't know.
Look at that, y'all.
Okay, I'm curious. Let's see.
Not a pour. It's more like a birthday cake.
I feel like I need a martini glass to
I
smell.
know. Oh, that would have been funny. All right, take it in.
Oh, that is super refreshing.
Yeah?
That was a long whiff, y'all.
That was. I was going to say.
And there's something sweeter in here. Like when you smell basil,
Right.
just on its own, it's a spice, it's an herb,
Yeah.
it's got that green kind of zesty thing happening. And there's something, it must come from the actual drink itself,
Right.
but it's not pineapple,
Oh.
but it could be like melony or something. There's something sweeter in there.
Right.
And I really do feel, if you said I was on a cruise ship and I got
Right.
a sip of this, like it would be the best time to learn. I can see why it is a favorite.
Yeah, because it's not just the basil, it's the
No.
drink from the alchemy bar. It's the
Right.
whole experience of that restorative basil drop, right? So there's going to be all kinds of stuff in there.
And I there's some kind, it might be a honey.
Oh.
Like a something, an ambery kind of color, but
Right.
sweet.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's part of the alcohol part that's coming
Right.
through. I don't know. Clearly, there's some alcohol in here.
Well,
but
y'all, we know that Monica doesn't just throw scents in there. She builds accords, and some of her soaps will have 200-300 scent notes
Yup.
in them. Are you kidding me? But we have it on good authority from Monica herself.
yeah. Okay. So like if I wanted to have, because I've done like a mint mojito or something like that,
Right.
I'd almost throw this drink in some kind of that category. Like it's
Oh.
just a refreshing, bright, fun
Nice.
scent. Like I wouldn't know I wanted to drink basil, but after smelling this, I think I would.
Love it. Now, is basil the first thing kind of jumping out of the mix?
You know, oddly, not as much as I thought. It's a perfect blend. So
Right.
whatever amount is in here
Right.
is great.
Nice.
And that sweet side is almost like perfectly balancing it out. And then there is a boozy thing in the middle, but I could tell it's like one of the clear boozes. I don't know how,
Yeah.
but I can tell. And I think
It's those cloudy boozes you got to watch.
right. And I think there may be. I don't know if there's menthol in the soap. Oh no, it does.
There is.
It says menthol because I can smell it, and that icy kind of
There's
side.
ice
is there.
in the drink, y'all. Of course,
It
there's going to
totally
be menthol
is.
in there.
Like there's fog on my glass. I can tell. It was recently shaken. Like it's a thing. And basil, not cooked basil. It is real basil. Like they did spank it. Like
Right.
it is fresh and zesty basil.
Oh!
It's different, but like you can tell, it's the fresh kind. It's
Love
like
it.
the herb itself was just cracked in my little bowl here.
All right, I think I'm ready.
I think, I mean, it's fun because it is exactly what it says.
Right.
But if I were to smell this on its own,
Right.
I don't know if my brain would pick up that it's basil. So
Sure.
it's not like overwhelmingly basil.
Right.
It's just adding that fresh, kind of zesty, bright, kind of fun side. See what you think?
Yeah, so while I'm not a giant drinker like at all, I will have one at the sailaway party because, you know, when in Rome and a complete teetotaler over here. And I love that they are usually reminiscent of either where you are or where you're going. It's going to be somewhere tropical. It's going to be somewhere different. And,
Right.
and I love that when they do use herbs, that they do use the
Super
real ones.
creative.
And they have different ways. They're getting
Yeah.
essential oils out of either lemon peel or the basil or whatever it is. It's
Right.
going in.
And then knowing that the whole bar is involved with the experience,
Right.
I feel like just adds the cruising vibe on its own.
You know what's funny is we just started watching Cheers again from the
did.
beginning to go to sleep at night, and they do have little rituals.
They
and
do.
little things. Each neighborhood bar, I think, does have their own little funny things that they all do when certain drinks get ordered or when certain
Right.
things happen.
Kind of
right?
like our jokes in our whip pack that were like, you don't have to wear pants.
Right,
It's just like the
right, because
camaraderie.
we're actually wearing pants. I mean, well,
Yeah.
well. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take this in.
Yeah, you need the long whiff. It's a thing.
Whoa. Okay, I'm going to work backwards. The very last thing that hits me is this beautiful, charming little sweet note that just goes at the very end. And then mint and basil and lime and booze.
Oh, lime. I think you're right.
But what's funny is I don't necessarily get like a sweaty cocktail. I get more like the idea like I'm walking through like a section of somewhere far away where I've traveled on that cruise ship, and you can smell little wafts from the neighborhood cantinas and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Oh, y'all. Just a fabulous vibe of a luxury vacation where everybody's getting dressed up for dinner and playing shuffleboard. And y'all, the menthol is hitting me the same way that like those little misters do on the cabana.
There
You know
you
what I mean?
go,
So it's not
yeah.
like it's a cold day. All of these herbs and spices and wonderfulness are giving me a beautiful summery sense, but the menthol is those little water jets underneath the cabana, right?
Right. I feel like you'd be missing the menthol if it wasn't there. It's adding that perfect vibe to it.
And the way the basil and the citrus are coming together in this is just magical. I mean, that's probably why they call it restorative.
Oh, there you go.
It's like a fountain of youth quality.
Right. I was using the word refreshing, but restorative is totally it.
And boozy, y'all. I love it when the booze is there, but it's like in the mix so that it's a little bit hidden in the other notes, right?
Yep, it
so
is.
it's just as strong as the basil. You're not taking this in of like, oh, this is a giant cocktail. I'm going to be on the floor tomorrow. And then what's underneath? No, it's like all in a beautiful balance here. And I think there's like a mint that's helping to balance out the menthol, because menthol is part mint anyway, but I'm getting a little bit of a spearmint or something in here with this. And you know what's awesome? Like, as wearable as a cocktail could possibly be, this is unreal. I would think this is a little bit more aftershave than I would cocktail at first.
I know. That's what I meant earlier. If you put that under my nose, I don't know if I would get the drink part right away.
Right.
Like, it's so enjoyable that I would want to just put it on my face.
And I would be shocked if there's not a cedar hiding under the surface.
Maybe the bar itself.
Keeping it. Oh, maybe. Right? Kind of keeping it all together.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think restorative, refreshing, those are all the words I'd throw at this type of thing here.
Amazing.
And I don't know how, but my mouth still wants to drool. So it has like a gourmandy side without it being like cooked. You know, like it is real ingredients in there somehow.
Oh, and for me, there's just something smart in the way this balance comes together. Something clever in this. Well, much like cocktails are. There's a reason they're cocktails.
Yeah, but it really is. It's like that magic little secret something in there that's just making everything blend so well. Like they really have been shaken together.
And
somehow.
you know, this may be a little early, but I want to put this in some water because I'm guessing, being based on a cocktail, this is going to do some pretty amazing things when we do add some water and shake it, not stir.
And of course, we have to bring out our Yulay bowl.
Right.
Because this is our fun, maybe our first bowl that we got.
It was.
Yeah, and so we picked two fun colors. Monica was on it. I just kind of gave her an idea, and she showed up with this. My goodness.
So here is the lathering procedure here at the Barbershop Duet. We like to wet the soap, but then let that water run back to the bottom of the bowl. We're going to use it later. Just a very brief vertical bloom here, folks. And then Sarah's going to bring that brush in and just let the water that's on the soap help introduce it onto the bristles. And the one thing that we do here at the Barbershop Duet is we spin the brush, little quarter turn, and then another quarter turn, and then another quarter turn, and then push it down so you start to feel the backbone. That really helps load the soap into all the little nooks and crannies of the bristles.
This was my first brush, so I think it was my first set that I had way back in the day.
Wacky brush.
Oh, things are happening.
You smell it?
You're right. When you
waves
said
of the menthol?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And it's nice with this honeycomb bowl because all the soap goes in the divot, so you can really control what's getting on your brush.
And you know what's cool about this, y'all? I don't really get a sense of basil as much as I do a sense of what happens to basil when it is put in a lovely cocktail. So you're not going to get like a sense of like that basil plant or like a pizza sense or like breaking it open and smelling the stem. You're going to get what that basil transforms into once all of those other ingredients have mixed and swirled around it and sort of given it their charm and mixed all their characters together.
It's a super fun idea though, because obviously if this drink is their favorite when they're on a cruise, if you can't get on the cruise, you could go make this and have a nice shave.
Remember?
Right?
Yeah.
Keep that memory going.
Whoa, you can get whisked away anywhere at a cruise ship and not be a bad idea.
Yeah, right?
I'd say mostly lime, and you got a little lemon in there just to help round it all out. Give it a
And I
tang,
think the
a
sweetness
little
is not the fruit. I think it's something else, like almost like a honey. I don't know what it is, but it's separate. It's not the same as the fruit being the sweet part.
Or the basil itself. Basil has a very sweet nature to it, so maybe it's the basil that's lending the sweet to this. What do you
I'm
think?
curious. Or maybe there's like another liqueur or something in there that's like adding that part. I don't know.
Who knows? All right, so this is the all ashore. Who's going ashore with? On 3, 1, 2.
It's still pretty close.
Whoa, you're right.
A little
That's
less
very
sweetness,
close, though. Usually there can be quite a transformation from one to the other, and we all have our favorites, but this is very lateral here. This is awesome. I think that's cool when a soap can keep its character in the lather.
I think maybe just a little less sweet. If I had to pick something, that might be what shifted. But it's still got that, like, drink fresh vibe.
And I think the way the water is mixing with the menthol is giving it a little boost in intensity. It's actually really nice.
I wouldn't say you're wrong.
Beautiful lather.
Is it time to give up and see what they put in this lovely cocktail of theirs?
All right, barkeep, can I please see a menu? All right, y'all, back to the sales page at Yulay.com.
Holy basil. Not just basil. It has been blessed, y'all.
This basil knows its catechism, y'all.
Pureed and juiced fresh basils in here.
Y'all, both of those are in here. One for each shoulder.
Here's a little fruit action. Ready? Lemon zest.
Love it.
Lime essential oil.
Beautiful.
Ooh, oh, and then vodka essence, it says.
Ooh.
Okay, and the fun continues with a touch of honey. Oh, I was kind of right.
That's what's doing the sweet maybe for me. Is that
but
beautiful honey sense.
that
And
is
honey does
sneaky.
not offer like a sweet Kool-Aid kind of a sweet. It offers like a rich, earthy kind of a sweet.
But Monica would know because she's got some bees, so she made that scent like
right.
real.
We've seen the beehives.
Yeah, I feel like I'm literally smelling like the honey itself. Wow.
And then a menthol bomb. And I love she said it like that because it is like
Yeah.
taking the ice and cracking it, shaking it, not stirring it.
It's not stirring.
Bad basil. Now you've done it again, being all high on menthol and boozed out on the breath of vodka, muddled in basil and bathed in citrus. Bad boy. He needs to say 3 Hail Marys.
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, so what do you get in the middle of these 2 or 3 different basil accords?
It's funny because now knowing that there's actual like juiced fresh basil, I used to always go to this juice house that was next to my work before back in the LA days.
Right.
And one of the drinks had basil in it.
Nice.
So that's funny. I wonder, like, because I was getting kind of that like wake me up kind of vibe. And I think that's what I used to do on my lunch break. If I was like dozing at my desk, I would go get a juice and a coffee because clearly. But that's kind of the basil that I'm getting. It's almost like all the good parts of the basil, if that makes sense.
Right. And for me, the very first time I went to Ariel's Grotto, it had only been open for a couple of weeks, and they brought Disneyland's first cocktail menu. It was the only place you could get alcohol besides Club 33, but we'll talk about that later. And I asked the server, what's the one cocktail no one's ever ordered, but everybody should? And she goes, I'm going to bring it to you. And it was a strawberry basil lemonade where they had taken this apparently very bad basil and put it in a mortar and pestle and just ground the heck out of it and muddled it right into the drink. And that's why nobody ordered it, because it kind of looked all...
But it tasted.
Y'all,
Woo-wee!
one of the best flavors I have ever tasted in my life. And of course, the next time I went, it was gone. So I totally get how basil could be used in this to give it that most gorgeous sense of herbiness and freshness that you would almost expect from an Italian kitchen. But here it is in a limey, citrusy drink. It's amazing.
It really has that like bougie next level vibe to it that you would get on like a cruise line or somewhere that where you take time to really come up with the fun, different drinks that you wouldn't normally order. And this is exactly it.
Yeah, and I love that I don't get the basil plant sitting in the dirt. I love that I do get a sense of what happens to it once it is spanked, once it is bad, once it is in the drink, because then it does take on a friendlier character for me, a little bit less of that squinchy, earthy quality, a little bit more of the herby, leafy qualities in this for me. And then I love how the lemon and lime are coming together.
I was going to say that too.
Right, but the lime being the star, how do you not put actual essential oil in here if you're actually making a drink that uses essential oils? And then vodka essence.
It's in here. Like, we talk about effervescence a lot, like even on her cola episode.
Right.
And it's distinct. And here, same thing.
Right, and I love that it's a vodka essence, y'all, which means it's not an accord, because we have had an Irish coffee soap where I called and said, hey, how'd you do the whiskey? And he went, whiskey? He actually just poured whiskey in. This is different. This is an essence of vodka, so it's not going to actually be vodka. It's going to be some accords. It's going to be some acetates. It's going to be some things that give you that sense of vodka, which means they can be a little bit more kinder with it, because to put actual vodka in a shaving soap's got to be a little. So I love that they were able to like tame that vodka, so you got that boozy sense, but it's more of a clean laundry sense than it is an alcohol sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It has that crisp part.
Right.
And then mixed with the menthol, that somehow makes it really feel like there really could be a drink in front of your nose.
Right.
If you didn't know and just took a whiff, like, I would agree. This is definitely based unmistakably on an actual cocktail. You can tell.
And Eugene, am I wrong? But I get the sense from this is when I get up in the morning on a cruise ship and I open the drapes for the first time, get blinded by the light and open the door. And I feel that breeze come in. I look out over this new place where I'm just arriving to, because they usually pull in like super early in the morning.
Right.
That's just the vibe I get from this. Somewhere fresh, somewhere new, somewhere ready for adventure where you are dressed to the nines and everybody around you is too. What a fun soap this is.
And there's just this intention of, cruisers that they just want to enjoy every moment and indulge in all the fun things. And I do love that fact because usually most things are prepaid on the cruise. Like once you're there, you could do all the things.
Just have fun. Oh, don't even worry about it.
So you don't realize how much of that scent plays into this experience. But now smelling this, I feel like I've been on the cruise with them, which is super fun.
I just get this gorgeous sugarcane sense somewhere between the basil and the vodka. Like, are you getting that?
That honey is a sneaky thing.
Right. Oh, right. It's almost like giving the vodka a sense of a rum. Are you sensing that?
And when I took my first whiff, that's when my brain was like, wait, what is that sweet? That is fun.
I wonder if there's honey in the drink. Hold on a second. All right, y'all. So we found the actual recipe from the Alchemy Bar at Carnival Cruise Line. But before we read it, we're going to have to go below decks. All right, y'all, so here is the actual recipe from the Alchemy Bar.
All right, in case you want to have a drink while you shave, here we go. 2 ounces Belvedere vodka,
Love it.
½ ounce sweet and sour mix. That's kind of what it's creating. Yeah. 1 ounce of straight up lime juice, 2 basil leaves, probably spanked them, and ½ ounce of simple syrup.
Yo.
Wow.
And when we looked at these steps on how to do it, we noticed they didn't mention that you actually had to spank the basil. So I think that might be a thing you actually have to go there to experience. One of those if you know, kind of things. And y'all, when we watch our Deacon shaves, we do like to see how the lather coats the face, tells us a lot about the base and the formula. So while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, we will put a little bit of this cocktail on our moneymaker. Look at that, y'all.
Hey.
Look at that. I can make a relief map of Ohio.
I want to see if I can fill the actual menthol. I'm curious. Give me a sec. Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
How, on the menthol scale, like where it actually is. I don't think any of our other ones so far from Monica we've gotten with menthol in it. So
what a lovely scent intensity in the lather.
Ooh, and a nice slickness. You are protected by this base, everyone. Yeah, it has got a good protection the whole way through.
I shaved today, so I'm not even feeling my stubble anymore.
The menthol's kicking in. What was
you
that timer?
You got it? Is it cooling up?
Here.
Is it an Alaska cruise? Where are we going here?
It's a little chilly out here. Let me just say.
And you know what's cool with this, y'all? I know there's no mint in the ingredients list, but that little menthol bomb in here is giving this a little bit of a cousin to a mojito, and I love that.
I'm all about that.
Lovely ice cubes in the glass kind of a feel to it, right?
That frosty little vibe. It literally was just shaken and ready in your glass.
And speaking of shaken, we also have the splash hiding over here. We are giant fans of these ever since our Atomic Rose episode.
I think, is there menthol in this too?
Oh, there's gotta be. Let's see.
Yep. Menthol it is.
Here we go, y'all.
An icy splash for us.
First?
Oh, be brave.
A few drops. Ooh, that's too much.
That's lots of drops.
Ooh, yeah.
That's okay. We're going to have a little drink. The officer's been pulled over. He's going to be like, why do I smell alcohol in your breath? I didn't drink it, I swear.
This is cool. I am not getting any of the individual scent notes. I'm getting the vibe of the drink. I was thinking like lime was going to jump out at me. I was thinking the booze was going to jump out first, or the basil was going to jump out first.
Wow. Oh, I'm feeling the menthol. That's fun.
Yeah, but none of them are jumping out first.
But I really feel like this is a straight up drink.
Right. That's the
crazy.
point. Because if something did jump out first, I'd be like, oh, that's lime with some stuff added.
No.
Oh, that's vodka with some stuff added. No, I'm getting the actual drink in my hand from this now.
Wow. I mean, I don't know if Monica actually smelled this drink to recreate it, but man, that is impressive.
You must have made one, right, Monica? Put it in the comments.
So, yeah. Because you can't get that close without making it.
Yeah, you can't make Yule ham without trying to ham first. She must have made the drink
right,
first,
and now that we know the actual recipe, I can see why it wouldn't be that hard to make. It's all stuff you can get, which is super fun.
Well, that does tell us that the secret is in the spanking, but isn't that normal?
It's funny because my little radar of like, we should definitely come back to this went off because there's so many at her page. Like, how do you pick? Sometimes you just got to pick the first few that you're seeing. We'll go there first. But I did really want to come back to this. So I love knowing the connection that both Eugene and his wife have to this. And I get it. If this was the only drink that I'd craved and you could only get it on a cruise, I would want a way to smell this as often as I could.
And isn't that the best part of our shaving soaps? They help us revisit those little corners of space and time that are long past, but just getting that little vibe of them again in the realest way possible can just whisk us back and bring us back the best memories.
Right, which is funny because we haven't even been on the cruise, but after smelling this, I feel like we have somehow.
I've not been to an Alchemy Bar, but I feel like I might know the little secret now of yelling bad basil, and I can actually mean it.
We could fit in.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just go on the Disney cruise and be prepared to gain a bunch of weight because the food is rich and plentiful. Well, it turns out that they're going to have something new on that boat. They're going to have a water slide, and you got to climb a few flights of stairs in order to go on it. Well, after your 50th or 60th time on that water slide, you get off that cruise. Turns out you lost a pound. You're going to get your own. So head over to Yulay.com where you'll find this and all kinds of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with bad basil. So this is that perfect cruise drink with a double helping of basil and the perfect kind of basil. Just slightly floral and beautifully herbal. And y'all, just gives you that menthol hit of the ice in the glass and that Yulay formula. Fantastic, trusty. I got a great shave with this. And just the way it's piped in here just gives you that sense of the level of care that Monica puts into her products. Hey, Yulay, and hey, Eugene, thank you, Deacon Shays. This is awesome. Welcome to Messages.
So for our November giveaway, we have decided that we would like to give you a chance to win $20 gift card to Murphy and McNeil.
Yeah, y'all, they're doing such awesome stuff over there, and all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. The only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on the first week of December when we have our Alexa choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck.
So to the Wolfarth family, thank you not only for being WithPack members, but for sending us this wonderful soap to review for free. And y'all, thank you for sending this out when my mama passed. We left up our Dia de los Muertos set for you and for my mama today. And you were one of the people that really remembered her in a special way. And that meant the world to us, and it still does. So thank you for sending that when you did. Thank you for sending this when you did. Boy, you guys are really good at knowing what mood we're in.
I think your mom would actually really enjoy this.
Oh, I know she would.
She would be
That's
all about
kind
that.
of what makes it extra special is she really did love her limey cocktails, y'all. But if you had told her she could have actually spanked her basil, I think she would have been all about this. We should find more ways to punish our food.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.